All right, welcome to our session. Here we are revising PIPSA assessment. This is grade 9 social studies as we help you to conquer KGCSE assessment, which is coming at the end of this year. Now, we are given number 1 here. We have multiple choice questions, number 1 to 20. Then the others are structured. Grade 7 learners did a research on factors that prove Africa is the cradle of mankind. They presented their findings to the class as shown below. Give the alternative which is not correct. So as you read the question to understand, there is need to highlight the key, the main area or the secret of the examiner. So here, the assessor wants to know whether you know the factors, and he knows that he or she knows that you know the factors that prove that Africa is the cradle of mankind. So these factors, you know them: warm climate, presence of African savanna, you know all these, existence of many archaeological sites in Africa, and so on. So which one is not? All right, the correct answer should be presence of minerals in Africa, as early man did not just start mining at this early Stone Age. So the correct answer should be presence of minerals in Africa. All right, let's go to question number 2. Gertrude, a grade 9 learner, studied the map of Africa during her library studies. She realized that some parts of the continent are densely populated while others are not. Identify a densely populated part of Africa among the ones she listed. Yeah, here we have Miombo Woodland, Sahara Desert, Congo Forest, Nile Valley. Yes. The correct answer should be Nile Valley. Remember, densely populated areas, the areas which maybe support economic activities such as agriculture. So when you go to Sahara Desert, that is sparsely populated because no major economic activity that can bring people, a large number of people to settle there. But when you have Nile Valley, remember the soil, that is the fertile soil, which will support agriculture. And therefore, the correct answer should be dog. Let's go to question number 3. Number 3 says, the Swahili community along the coast came into being as a result of intermarriage between Africans and Arabs. Which one of the following is not a feature of Swahili civilization? Remember the Swahili civilization? Remember the Swahili community at the coast? Yeah. So we have the choices here: common language, features of Swahili civilization. We have common agriculture, architecture. What do you think is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer should be architecture. Should be agriculture, common agriculture. As we know that when these people in the Maren there, we have a common language which is called Swahili. Swahili language was born. Then Islam was spread as an item for peace. And then we have architecture. Then we were constructing houses, and now, or after the coming of the Arabs, changed. Then Makuti and permanent walls and so on. Even construction of roads. But they did not come as farmers to practice agriculture. So common agriculture was not one of the features of Swahili civilization. Although we have others like modes of dressing, and also spices in food, among others, education, and so on. Now, number 4, climate change has several effects on human activities. Identify one cause of climate change that is beyond human control. As we have said, we need to understand the question. After understanding the question, we also need to know the secret bearer to that question. What is going to make you the trap of the assessor, which can make you fall into it? And the correct answer will come as a result of you being keen on knowing the secret to the question. So here we can highlight the word beyond human control. Beyond human control. So all these are effects on human activities, climate change, and we want the one which is beyond human control. We have volcanic eruptions, burning of fossil fuels. We have deforestation and also use of farm chemicals. Which one do you think that human beings cannot control? Yes, the correct answer should be animal. That is volcanic eruptions. When volcanic eruptions or when eruptions take place, it is either you vacate or you face it rough. You die. Thank you. We go to number 6. Okay, before that, we can control deforestation by not cutting trees. We can control use of farm chemicals by using other alternative farm methods. Then we go to number 5. Question number 5, you can see it here. The solar system. The solar system is a group of heavenly bodies comprising of the sun and the planets. Give the correct. So here I highlight the word, the correct position of the earth. Give the correct position of the earth in the solar system. Yes, the correct answer should be the earth. We are given A. The earth is the third planet from Mercury. Then B, the earth is the last planet. The earth is the third planet after Neptune. And then the earth is the third planet from the sun. What do you think is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer should be the earth is the third planet from the sun. The earth is the third planet from the sun. Do you remember? Here we have the sun. Then we have my many vehicles entered. So this is earth. This is number 1, Mercury, Venus, then earth. Many vehicles entered Mombasa. Mombasa is Mars. That is number 4. Many vehicles entered Mombasa. Just this is the largest planet, which is Jupiter. This is number 5. Then and so on. Just Saturday. You remember this planet which has rings? Just Saturday. And this is Uranus, and no permission, no permission. This is Neptune. So gas giants is from 5 going down, and then we have these others. So Earth is the third planet from the sun, and the sixth planet. Is it the sixth? The fifth planet from Neptune. All right. So the correct answer there was dog. The Earth is the third planet from the sun. Then we go now to question number. This is number 6. Let's go to question number 6. Question number 6 says, weather is significant to human environment. The statement below expresses positive effects of weather on human environment, except The moment you see except or the statements below, it means that all these have one thing in common, except one. So here we are being told they are positive effects. Which one is not positive? Which one is not positive? So let's go. A, places with high rainfall support better crop yield. B, solar panels use sunshine to generate solar energy. D, smogs or mogs reduce visibility to drivers and pilots. D, people use rain harvesting techniques to harvest rain. Which one is not positive? Yeah, the correct answer should be this one, which is going to cause accidents. That is negative, this one. So reduces visibility to drivers and pilots. This is the one which is negative. All the others are correct. This one is not. This is positive, and this is also positive because we are generating heat, electricity from solar, and so on. Then we go to number 7. Abdul, a grade 8 learner, visited Chalbi Desert in northern Kenya. Give one characteristic of a desert climate. Desert climate, you remember? You remember desert climate? Yeah. A, very high humidity. B, cloudless skies. C, low day temperature. Very high rainfall. We are told give one characteristic of a desert climate that he might experience during the visit. So this question is sending us to know the characteristics of a desert climate. So number 1, we know the skies are cloudless skies. We know the temperatures during the day are very high, but very low at night. So here they have said low, but this one they have written day. So that is wrong. We know that the rainfall there is scarce rainfall or no rainfall at all. So this is a lie. This is another lie. Then we have very high humidity. This is a lie. It is very dry, very dry. So the correct answer is boy, cloudless skies. You can visit Chalbi Desert or Sahara Desert and prove or see for yourself. Number 8, the government of Kenya has 3 arms. You remember the 3 arms of government? This question is being tested and probably it will be tested this year. Give the arm of government that is charged with making and amending laws. So this is making and amending laws. So which arm of government? Remember the 3 arms of government are ledge. You just say ledge. 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 What is ledge? Ledge is L for legislature. Legislature. Then E for executive. Executive body. And then J for judiciary. Judiciary. These arms are usually almost the same. They are equal in power. Then we have E. E for executive. This one is the one which forms the government. It forms the government. Legislature is the law-making body. It has 2 houses, the National Assembly and the Senate. So that is the law-making body. And judiciary is headed by the Chief Justice. His work is to make sure that the laws made and approved by the executive are now being put into practice, are now being put into practice. So his work is to follow. So the correct answer should be legislature. If you wrote presidency, there is no body called, no arm of the government called presidency. The arms are 3. That is legislature, executive, and judiciary. Question number 9. Africa was colonized by many European powers. Below is a table of African countries and their colonial powers. Select one which is wrongly matched. Wrongly matched. So here we are being told to select which one is not correctly matched. So here we have Nigeria, colonized by British, Tanzania, Germans, Mozambique, Portuguese, Zimbabwe, Spain. What is your take? Yeah, the correct answer should be Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was colonized by the British, not Spain. We know Mozambique was colonized by Portuguese. Countries which were colonized by Germany, we just say Tanzania came to Rwanda. Tanzania and Burundi came to Rwanda. Yeah, Tanzania, German colonies, Tanzania, Namibia, Burundi, Tanzania na Burundi. This is just a mnemonic. Tanzania and Burundi came for Cameroon. Cameroon was also colonized by the Germans. Came to is Togo. Came to Rwanda. So Rwanda was also colonized by the Germans. So if you want to say to know colonial powers for British, you can watch my videos in YouTube, and also Germans, you can see Portuguese, you can see Spain, and also the French. So the correct answer here was dog. Question number 10. The continent of Africa is made up of many independent states with people of varied socioeconomic and political differences. Below are factors that promote African citizenship, except. Okay, so these questions just except. So we want, all these are factors, but there is one which does not promote African citizenship. Let us start. Shared technology by Africans, relative peace in most African countries, religious and political conflicts in some countries, and the common language spoken by majority of people. Okay, all these are good factors. Which one is negative? Which one is negative here? Because sharing technology with the EAC and among other countries in West and Northern Africa, Southern Africa, and Central, that is very good. Then improving peace in most African countries, that is very good. Then we have common language, that is very good for business and what have you, to enhance trade and cooperation. So the correct answer should be cut because of conflict. Conflicts are disagreements, so that is negative. It is going to bring us down. We want to move to question number 11. Allow me to move very fast. Question number 11. 11 says, a group of grade 9 learners came across a cactus, that is cacti. Do you remember these plants which do not have leaves? Identify the vegetation zone and which the plants are likely to grow. You remember the vegetation zones? If you want to remember them, just say metromocid. That is me for Mediterranean, tro for tropical, metromo, more for mountain vegetation, and so on. Metromocid. So tropical rainforest, desert, Mediterranean, and mountain. Which one do you think we can find cactus? Okay, the vegetation in tropical rainforest are the rainforest, these long trees which are evergreen. The climate there is hot and wet. Then we go to desert. Desert, no plants at all, or very scanty. We can also find this cactus. And then we have Mediterranean. The vegetation in Mediterranean is marquise, thickets or bushes which look like they are very short and very strong, and they appear as if they are dry. Marquise vegetation. So now in mountain vegetation, we know the levels of the mountain. We have savanna at the bottom, rainforest, bamboo forest, and heath and moorland. At the top, we have bare rock. So the correct answer here should be, if you want to find a cactus, go to the desert or semi-desert. You'll be able to see cactus. Question number 12. Which is the highest court of law? Which is the highest court of law? This question is very simple. This question is very simple. You just need to understand the hierarchy, how the courts are organized and they are structured. So we have the answer here should be Supreme Court. Listen to this song.
Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, High Court, Special Court, Magistrate.
Kadi, Marshal, Juvenile. Kadi,
Wow.
Marshal, Juvenile.
Wow. So we have the Supreme Court. This is number 1. You can write it here, Supreme Court. Then we go to Court of Appeal. Then we have High Court. Then Special Courts and Magistrate Courts. So the correct answer should be Supreme Court, where presidential elections you can are forwarded there to be listened to by the Chief Justice. Yeah. Number 13. Which of the following best describes or defines the term culture? What is culture? This question is for grade 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 4. So culture, what is culture? Let's start with the choices. The system of governance, no. The economic system in a country, no. Culture is simply people's way of life. So the beliefs, the customs, the traditions of people, the food they eat, it has various aspects of culture. Can you remember them? The food, the language, the weapons, the games and sports they play, and so on. Question number 14. The independence of Kenya. The independence of Kenya was largely achieved through which of the following? Okay, you know, there are those who used peaceful negotiations, and then we have those us now who use the military, not military, who used armed struggle of the traditional locals. Can you remember Mau Mau? Yeah. Can you remember KCA, Kikuyu Central Association, and so on? The correct answer should be armed resistance by local communities. Armed resistance by the local communities, and so on. Let's go to question number 15. Question number 15 says, relationships enable, this one falls under life skills. Relationships enable us to grow our social skills and teaches us on good habits. The following are effects of healthy relationships. So you underline the word effects of healthy relationships, except it means there is one which is not healthy. So let us see. Enhances acceptance of self and others. That is a tick. It is true. It is good. Instills in us greater empathy. Wow. This is also good. This is good. Then we have may lead to loss of oneself. Then lowers anxiety. Which one do you think is the correct answer between C and D? Which one is not healthy relationship? Yeah, the correct answer should be C. That is, may lead one's self-esteem to go down. That will be negative. So the others are correct. And the correct answer there is cat. So we go to number 16. Number 16. Number 16 is here. It says, during their community service learning, grade 9 learners identified lack of proper waste disposal as a major gap. You remember gap? Gaps in the community are problems in the community. As a major gap in the community. After discussing the problem in groups, they came up with possible solutions to the problem. Give a solution that is likely to be the most, underline the word, most effective. Remember, our problem here is lack of proper waste disposal. How are you going to treat it? So all these given here are possible solutions. But here we are going to look for the best possible solution, the best solution. So, which one do you think it is? A, collecting litter each morning. Yeah, this is there. It is good. Installing more litter bins in the school. True, you can do that and still reduce garbage. And then we have educating members, punishing grade 1. Punishing grade 1. Yeah, although we are not told that you are going to cane them. So it's also solution. You punish them, tomorrow they will not do that. So which one do you think of all these? Which one do you think is the best? Which one do you think is the best? Yes, the correct answer is, so if you want to solve it once and for all, just educate the members of the school. Educate them. Educate the members of the school community on the importance of proper waste disposal. So this carries the mark. Yeah, we go to number 16. This is number 16. We go to number 17. Ethan visited his father, who works in the office of governor. On the wall was a poster about principles of democracy. You remember the principles of democracy? Wow. Give principles that require citizens to be aware of what is happening in the management of the county's resources. Okay. Management of county resources. Okay. So the secret is here. Management of county resources. Do we need, in management of county resources, do we need free and fair elections? No, that is for electing leaders. When you're electing leaders, this one is the time we need it. Do we need equity? Equity. What is happening? What is happening in the management? This is under distribution. Distribution of resources. Then we have citizenship, citizen participation. Okay, this is when you are considering members for ideas to give you on how to live. So the correct answer should be transparency. Transparency, that the resources are managed well. We need transparency. All right, question number 18. The following were major early civilizations in Africa. Do you remember the civilizations in Africa? Yeah, some of you have forgotten them. Yeah, when they tell you civilizations in Africa, remember those, the early kingdoms, Yeah, in CBC, we have learned about the Congo, that is Congo Kingdom, the Kingdom of Congo. Today it is DRC. We also have Zimbabwe and ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia. This is not in Africa. So what do you think is the correct answer here? Yeah, it is B, Mesopotamia. Question number 19, and the last question will be number 20. Question number 19. The first species of man to use fire was, remember the first one to use fire was the first person or the first hominid to discover that fire. They discovered and then they used. So the correct answer is, we have Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, and Australopithecus. Boy say, Africanus. What do you think is the correct answer here? Yes, the correct answer should be Homo erectus. How did Homo erectus discover fire? By rubbing sticks. By rubbing sticks. He also discovered fire by sparking, sparking stones. Have you ever done that when you were young? Okay, go and do it when you are at this age. Then we go to question number 20. Question number 20. One way in which early humans obtained food was through, okay, this question is direct. The way people used to get food. Direct. The key word here is early. Early humans. You know, people can trade, they get money, that money they use it to buy fertilizer, that fertilizer they use it to grow crops, those crops they grow them, they water them, they wait for the rain, they harvest maize, then that maize is taken to the posho mill, and then it is grinded to become flour, and after becoming flour, it is now taken it's cooked to become ugali. So we want direct. So what were they doing to get food directly? So trade and mining, kick them out, kick them like polio. So this is taken out. Industrialization, all these points are not used by early man direct to get food. So the correct answer was hunting and gathering. Hunting and gathering. Thank you for coming. God bless you till we meet again. Tune in part 2. Tune in part 2.